Is it? All right. Good afternoon, everyone. So I am Mika, Public Diplomacy Officer for the Belgian Embassy in Manila. And today I will be talking to you about Belgium, a gateway to the world. So overview, of course, of the country very briefly. Population is at 11.7 million. Currency, of course, is in euros. And we have three regions which handles the different political competencies of Belgium. So we have Flanders, we have Brussels Capital Region, and we have Wallonia. And um, if you may know, Belgium is a federal constitutional monarchy, which means that we have different ministers, and we also have the king and the queen currently ruling over Belgium. And so, as I mentioned before, we have three different regions. So, Wallonia is more the French speaking side of Belgium, and Flanders is the Dutch speaking side of Belgium, whereas in the Brussels Capital Region, um, English, French, and Dutch are equally spoken in this part of the country. And then we have the different provinces, of course. And we have the three communities. So the French speaking, Dutch speaking, and German speaking communities, these are all affiliated with the three official languages of Belgium. So you will notice actually if you look at the Belgian map, the German speaking community is closer to the east side of Belgium, where Germany is its neighbor, where it's located. But for the higher education institution specifically, it is categorized into two. We have the Flemish and the French speaking. So I put here the different universities and higher education institutions in Belgium. It's also posted on our embassy's Facebook page if you would like to get more details or if you would like to download this visual. And we have here the list. So for the French higher education institutions, we have 6 universities, 19 university colleges, and 19 colleges of arts. So the difference between the university colleges and the universities themselves is that if you will be taking a master's degree or a postgraduate, it is just the universities that are offering the diploma that will be making you eligible for the master's or for the diploma. And then for Flemish speaking or the Dutch higher education institutions, we have 5 universities and 13 university colleges. So fun fact, actually KU Leuven is one of the oldest higher education institutions all over the world. It's been founded since 1425 and it will be celebrating its 600th year next 2025. And now, of course, we have scholarships. So we have Vlair for the Dutch-speaking side of Belgium. So of course, like most of the other scholarship programs that we have under the European Union, this is full scholarship. It covers your tuition fees, travel insurances, and living expenses. But of course, this is the minimum dormitories or the board and lodging. If you would be interested to rent maybe your own flat, of course, this you will have to check how much it is with the stipend that you have for that year. And then this is effective for the 12 to 24 month master's program course in Belgium. Next, we also have ARES for the French speaking side of Belgium. So we have both for bachelor's and master's. They offer scholarships in both degrees, and it covers your international travel costs, living allowances, and of course the registration fees. Because if you would notice, of course, most of the universities in the European Union still have registration fees. So this one is also covered by ARES. And then, of course, the previous presenter, we are also in partnership with Erasmus+. There are a lot of different Belgian universities that have partnership with the Erasmus, and you can check out scholarships available for the academic year via their website and via our website as well. So, if you are at loss at which programs you would like to look into, so here are the three actually most sought after programs in Belgium. Of course, we have for arts and cultures, we have specific universities dedicated for the arts in my previous slide. And then we also have international relations and diplomatic affairs. So as you may know, the European Union Council is seated in the Brussels capital region. So Belgium is home to different non-government organizations, international orgs, and of course the EU Council. So for those of you who are interested in diplomacy, Belgium is actually a really good place to go to, especially if you would like to follow your master's degree by an internship afterwards. So this is one of the things you would like to consider as well. Next, we also have medicine, sciences, and research technology. It's not a very well-known fact, but actually one of Belgium's top export products is in the pharmaceuticals. It's medicine and vaccines. Belgium is the leading COVAX contributor in the World Health Organization facility. And Belgium actually came up with the very first WHO recognized malaria vaccine. So for those of you interested in the medicine, in the sciences, so this is also something that maybe you will find in Belgium. And then finally, we also have engineering, because Belgium is also a pioneer in the aviation industry and the automotive. Specifically, Brussels and Antwerp houses some of the biggest automotive factories and the headquarters of big companies like Toyota. So if you're into material sciences, engineering, architecture, Belgium is also the place for that. Now, here in this picture, this is actually held at the Belgian residence. This year, Ambassador Paris hosted a Filipino student send-off party. So we have this little tradition in the Belgian embassy where we invite everyone who applied for student visa applications with us, and we hold a send-off party for them. Because usually the cycle for Belgian applications or the entry for the semesters are every February and September. So this year we held this send-off party last August 8th, and these are some of the students that we sent off this year. And if you're curious, we average on about 50 to 60 students per year that we send to Belgium for higher education. Right now this year we're proving to have better numbers, probably because of the pandemic restrictions being lifted up. So right now by September 8th, we already have 69 Filipino students granted student visas. So aside from all those, why Belgium? A thing that we really encourage Filipino students about Belgium is the practical living costs. So I understand that as international students, this is something that we really need to look into. Of course, the accommodations have to be reasonable, the transportation, on top of the tuition fees if you will be going there self-funded and not under a scholarship. So for instance, for the Belgian embassy, we peg the monthly living costs to be around 790 euros per month. That is the total amount of the one that you're seeing in the screen, and this is also the amount that we ask for your financial proof of capability once you apply for a student visa with us. All of these information, of course, you can find on the Belgian Embassy's website. And then, of course, culture. So one of the biggest cultures in Belgium, as you would know, probably is the beer culture. It is big enough that is acknowledged by the UNESCO as an intangible cultural heritage of humanity. So of course, this is something we boast about. The waffles, the fries, the chocolates, jazz music, cycling. Belgium, aside from other European Union countries like the Netherlands, is really promoting sustainable and eco-friendly means of transportation, especially through cycling. It has a very friendly, biker-friendly facilities and infrastructures. So if you're looking to save up with your transportation, cycling is something you can look forward to. And of course, comics. One of the most well-known comic characters actually that came from Belgium, just a fun fact, is the Smurfs. So the Smurfs are actually Belgian. And they're now a UNICEF ambassador and an SDG ambassador for the United Nations. So it's a very vast culture and arts, a very vibrant nature in Belgium, actually, if you're looking into those. We also have the comic museums in Brussels. For those of you who would like to visit Belgium anytime soon, make sure to drop by those places. And then in here, I'm also presenting to you the global branding campaign of Belgium for this year. So for this year, what we are promoting about the country is embracing openness. So this is the theme for Belgium this year. Belgium is open for innovation, partnerships, and diversity. So as I mentioned before, we have different scientific industries in there. Partnerships as well. We have different partnerships even with local universities here in the Philippines, such as the Southern Leyte State University, Holy Cross Davao, and other maritime schools in the Philippines. We have existing partnerships with Ateneo, De La Salle, UP, and USD. USD specifically for rehabilitation sciences, in fact, between Thomas More University. And of course, diversity is also something that is very welcome in Belgium. In the next slide, this is the video. This is just a short video showing you what Belgium is like.
Belgien tar forskning inom regenerativ medicin till nästa nivå. Detta är på grund av banbrytande teknologi och det innovativa forskningslandskapet. Om du har en idé finns det unika möjligheter att transformera planer till verklighet.
Que não era uma coisa óbvia para um menino da periferia. Dia um coreógrafo me viu dançar e depois de alguns meses eu já estava dançando na Bélgica, em uma das melhores escolas de dança contemporânea do mundo.
私は科学に情熱を燃やしています。ベルギーにはイノベーションの素晴らしいエコシステムがあり、コラボレーションをする情熱にあふれています。皆さんとても粘り強くて、たとえ突拍子のないアイデアでも喜んで意見を交わしてくれます。
Belgien ist Weltmarktführer im Bereich Greentech mit einer unternehmerischen Denkweise und bahnbrechender Technologie. Aus genau diesem Grund setzen Länder weltweit beim Bau ihrer Offshore-Windkraftanlagen auf Belgien, genau wie ich.
பெல்ஜியம் நாடானது சர்வதேச மருந்தக வலையமைப்பில் ஒரு முக்கிய புள்ளி. இங்கு பல அறிஞர்கள் தங்கள் திறமையின் மூலம் புதிய மருந்துகளை உருவாக்கி அதை நோயாளிகளிடம் கொண்டு சேர்க்கின்றனர்.
It's a melting pot of people from different cultures and backgrounds working together for a common goal. And I see that in the way people treat each other.
Positioned at the heart of Europe, Belgium is a leading logistics hub that connects continents and facilitates global trade. With its strategic location and commitment to sustainable solutions including hydrogen, Belgium plays a crucial role in global supply chains and fosters international partnerships.
Okay, so as mentioned in the video, in fact, if this is something that you would also consider, of course, as an international student, you would also like to travel to other parts of Europe during your semester breaks. Belgium is very centrally located. It is just a couple of hours away to other capital cities of its neighboring countries like Luxembourg, France, Netherlands, and Germany. And it is also a gateway to 500 million European consumers. And like as I mentioned earlier, it is the seat of the European Union Council, so it's very accessible to different parts of the world. It has different flights to most famous destinations all over the world, so you'll never have to worry about accessibility and location in Belgium. And of course, aside from the culture, location, and diversity in Belgium, another thing that Belgium boasts itself for is the quality of education, of course. So several Belgian universities are among the top 200 in Times Higher Education and Reuters most innovative European universities. So as I mentioned as well earlier, KU Leuven always tops the most innovative European universities, and we also have more accolades actually for the different universities, especially for Dutch-speaking Belgium. So now, if you're asking yourself, how is the student application process like? So it can be summed up with these 4 things. First, check. Check for the availability of the program that you are having for that academic year, of course. Most of these information can be found on the Facebook page and or the website of the universities. What we really encourage people, especially when studying in Europe in general, is that you have to have a plan. You need to know which university you're targeting, or at the very least, which program you would like to go into, so that it narrows down your list. So of course you check and then fill out all the necessary forms. Application forms as well for these universities are available via the website. And most likely, if you're going to be applying for Dutch-speaking Belgium, it is going to be in English, so no worries. For French, you have to gear up a little bit your French, because a lot of the master's courses are applied both in French and English. And then submit. Of course, after your submission to your desired university or program, this is going to take a while. You need to take into consideration that there are really a number of applicants applying every year, so this might take a while. But once you do get your confirmation or your application approval, be sure to get in touch with us right away, the Belgian Embassy, so that you can start your student visa application process. So for minors or teenagers, of course, we would be needing you to submit additional documents for student visa to Belgium, but we recommend you to apply in advance. Usual start of the semester, again, is every February and September of the year. So make sure to have ample time before that to process both your application and your student visa. And you may email us for your visa-related inquiries at manila.visa@diplobel.fed.be. So if you will be taking a long-term student program that is ranging from 12 months to 24 months, we recommend you to apply for visa type D. This is the long stay visa. And this is a total of 180 euros payable to our embassy. And all of the processes and procedures are available via the website. We also have a partnership with VFS Manila. So all of the visa applications are coursed through VFS. But this 180 euros fee is actually waived if you are a scholar of any of the universities of ARES, VLIR, and or the Erasmus program. So I'm ending my presentation here. This is our contact details. If you have other inquiries, you may visit our Facebook page, our website, or our booth downstairs. So downstairs we have WBI, Wallonia Brussels campus, physically on site in this fair. WBI is the official promotional council of French-speaking universities in Belgium. And then we also have an online booth via the EHEFphilippines.com website. We have their VLIR and KU Leuven. They will be both holding information sessions on Monday afternoon via Zoom and MS Teams. So that's it for my presentation. Does anyone have questions? Or if you're not sure yet and maybe you remember any questions that pop in your head after this presentation, you can go downstairs. We will be downstairs at the EHEF fair if you have further questions, and we also have different brochures for you to take if you still need more time considering what to do or what to study in Belgium. Thank you.
Thank you.